Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Oh, there we go. Shri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Gauranga 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 Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming. Gauranga 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Good morning, Evo, Madhusudan, Fanny. Thank you for coming. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Nityananda Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Uh, uh. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Ah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hey, Tuka, welcome. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare. Hey, Carolina, welcome. Thank you for coming. Ah, ah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If anybody wants to come on, they can come on. I put the link up there. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Prabodhanandana Saraswati Thakur, Nectar Moon of Lord Caitanya. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Chapter 2, Introduction. Let me offer my respectful obeisances to Lord Caitanya Chandra, whose face is as splendid as millions of moons, whose smile is as charming as the moonlight, He is the moon that has risen from the ocean of the bliss of pure love of Krishna. O Lord Chaitanya Chandra, by devotedly serving your lotus feet, one can attain pure love for Lord Krishna. That is the ultimate goal of all endeavors. O Lord Chaitanya Chandra, O great auspiciousness of the world, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. See, just by devotedly serving the feet of Lord Chaitanya, one can develop this love of Krishna. By devotedly serving your lotus feet, one can attain pure love of Krishna. O great auspiciousness of the world. Lord Chaitanya is so auspicious because he very easily gives this love of God. See, and how do you serve? How does one devotedly serve the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya? See, it's in these verses. See, like if you put that together with chapter 1 of Adi Lila, verse 107 through 109. I quoted those yesterday. See, it's all related. See, they're relatives. These verses are all related. They're relatives. You need to get to know the relatives, the relations. See, that's only a devotee can do that. You can put them all together. Oh, you could see, this verse is related to this one. This verse is related to Bhagavad Gita 10:10. It's a relative. It's relative to this verse. It has a relation with this verse. All the verses are tied together. That's why ultimately, on the level of devotion, all what the real prophets see, the real prophets and the real gurus, the real acharyas, the real spiritual masters, what they say is related, has relation. That's why I like Jesus. Like Prabhupada liked Jesus. Yes, he was bona fide. Because the verses that he spoke, if you can find more of the original stuff, but you do the best you can. The Bible's been through, but basically the essence. It's about Guru Tattva. It's related to the Vedas. It has relatives. See, only a liberated soul, a self-realized soul, can understand these kinds of things. No one else can. They can't see the relations in the verses, and that's why that's the higher stage of bhakti. Is you can see those relations really clearly, quickly too, clearly. So, verse 107 to 109. So, how do you see? People need to know, well, how do I devotedly serve the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya? What, I got to get those feet and offer, like water to those feet and flame? Okay, well, that's something, I guess. But how about you want it the real way, the deeper way, the postgraduate way? You know, that's where the juice is. It gets really juicy. Like I told Fanny, hey, okay, she read the book and felt peace and all that. Oh, how about reading Chaitanya Lila out loud? Now, chant those verses to the tree, and you'll see your ecstasy will increase. See, so that, and basically, when you hear from a bona fide representative, a real relative, see, also the devotee is related to Lord Chaitanya, and he's not just I'm associating bodily with the Lord, like I'm associating with the deity form. See, the body to stone, it's still stone, right? My heart is stone, therefore the deity is stone to me. No, transcendentally awakened body to transcendentally always awakened body, the Lord's body. See, when you hear the Leela from somebody like that, the Lord, that's called by medium. And now you hear the power of the Leela. See, and when you hear regularly, like River was coming, yeah, when the more I heard, see, brought her to that platform. She's a living witness and example. And others also, Lalita, all of them, Johans, living witnesses that by devotedly serving, by hearing about the Leela and the pastimes and the truth from somebody that's actually bona fide. I mean, proof is in the pudding. Jesus spoke that too. He says, a good tree doesn't produce bad fruit. So if you're, especially if you're in the illustrious Gaudiya Vaishnava line, if you're claiming to be guru by your action, you don't have to say, people say, "Oh, you see, he said he's guru, therefore he's not guru." Oh yeah, well, what are you doing by putting on the stick and the sannyas dhoti and then taking disciples if you're not claiming to be guru? What is this? Why not be direct about it? Let's be frank about the whole situation, man. If you're claiming to be guru by your actions and people are listening to you, the confidential Leela of Lord Caitanya, and they're having an awakening of real bhakti, that's bona fide. Yes, it is correct. Those who awaken devotion to Krishna are certainly the guru, certainly the spiritual master. Certainly. See, I go by the verses. I'm very strict. I don't accept persons that are not like that. Why? Because the book doesn't accept it. Yes, it is correct. You either awaken devotion to Krishna or not. I couldn't accept Narayan Raj because I didn't see his standard in the book. It says, those who awaken devotion to Krishna are certainly, I didn't see any example of it. To be honest, I swear to God, I did not see an example in that Sangha. I don't care if people don't like it, but that's the truth. You can prove me wrong. You bring all I see the false ego smile. It looks like this. I know that one, to be honest with you. Okay? We go by the book here. Yes, it is correct. So show me, where you're awakening devotion to Krishna. Let's see it, And then I could see, oh, okay, this person is devotedly serving the Lord's lotus feet in an acceptable way to the Lord. Acceptable. Because if you're um, devotedly serving the feet of Lord Caitanya and people are listening to you, the Lord will say, "Yeah, I accept this person's service because I'm going to awaken into you." Isn't that the way? Isn't that the tattva? Isn't that the truth of Chaitanya Charitamrita taught? Oh, Madhavinda Puri, because of your ecstatic devotion. The people say, "Gohar, you're sahaja, you're sahaja." And what is the difference between Madhavinda Puri ecstatic devotion and another devotee's ecstatic devotion? The same kind of thing as there, tears in the eyes, choking the voice, calling out to the Lord in ecstasy, laughing and crying. So what is the difference between his ecstasy, where the Lord appears and says, because of your ecstatic devotion, I'm now going to appear in the world and deliver people? So, what is the difference between Madhavinda Puri's ecstatic countenance and a Sahaja's? Well, a Sahaja, if they're cheating everything, the Lord ain't going to awaken in anybody. See? But if your ecstatic devotion is genuine, what happens? A Lalita Ganga, a Johan, a Janaki, a Govinda, a Rangaleka, many devotees, a Fannies, and on and on and on. I don't know how many people. Hey, come on, let's be intelligent. Snap, snap, wake up, man. You will if you come and listen here. You'll see this makes sense. And that's why I said, I'm sorry, man. I can't accept all these people saying they have love of God and they're, oh, he's so great and everything. And I didn't see one person. I would be saying, I didn't see one Lalita Ganga in Narayan Raj Sangha, in ISKCON, in the Gaudiya Math. I was over looking around. I didn't see one. I only seen them here. And then one disciple, well, one person that came and listened to me and got bhakti and then went away because she was basically a Mayavadi. But the Lord, gave her a lot of mercy. She goes into the Narayan Raj Sangha, and because she was awakened, I spent 3 months with her. And then she finally got the mercy because she's strong Mayavadi. It's very hard sometimes with them. She finally got the mercy of Lord Caitanya. And then she felt this bhakti, real bhakti to an extent. And then she listened to one of these persons in the Narayana Sangha, and her bhakti awakened because it was already awakened. That was the best I've seen. And it came from somebody that was. So that's when I started to become, wow, what we got here is very rare. No wonder it's not surprising people don't understand. It's not surprising that the Narayan Raj devotees don't understand. I had to finally just become, okay, well, I'm just going to follow Prabhupada's order. He came in a lucid dream, gave me these orders. You're doing exactly what I want you to do. Just preach Chaitanya Li. I'm just doing, following the order and looking at the beautiful fruit here, awakening. I even got friends now. Isn't that amazing? We got friends, transcendental friends on the spiritual platform. We all cause a few problems in the world for the world's benefit. We do what, like Jesus said, I don't think I came to the world to promote peace. I came with a sword. Yeah, sword of truth, man. Yeah, we're all out there, fighting Maya together here. It's pretty amazing. Yeah. So that's how you tell, hey man, if Gohari or anybody else hears a Sahaja, are people's bhakti being awakened? Because if it's true, it'll be just like the Lord passed on this bhakti to others and they started to chant, they became ecstatic and they passed it on to others also. But we don't see this ecstasy passed around because it's only beginning here in our Sangha. We have to pass through the fault finder stage. Not that we're fault finders. These people are finding fault with our preaching. We have to pass through that stage. Jesus had to pass through the stage of preaching, and then the fault finders come, right? And then the Holy Spirit came. Lord Chaitanya too. They had to pass through the fault finder stage. If they started preaching this ecstatic devotion, and all the Brahmins, see the student community, they're usually the last because they rebel against ecstatic devotion. They don't want to see it. Proof of it, my preaching here. Look at it. They don't want to see this. They don't know. They're in Maya. Maya's got them, but we're taking them out of Maya, whether they know it or not. But that they're acting just like when the Lord preached ecstatic devotion. All the student community came out and, guys, get rid of them. They're not doing the right thing. And the same thing. We're preaching ecstatic devotion on the order of Prabhupada and the disciplic line and the blessing of Krishna, which I told everybody already. And the same thing happens. And people will pass through that stage. They're just getting the poison out, and then they'll all apologize. Why wouldn't they? This is truth. What? This isn't real? This is the most real thing the Vaishnava has ever seen to date. It's more real than ceremonial bhakti and regulative devotional service on the treadmill type of devotional service. Doing that's by clockwork. We're just practicing devotional service. See? We practice and ecstasy comes. The result. See, so that's how you tell people, and Jesus used that standard too. Oh, you don't believe my word? How about the works that the Lord is doing in people? So in those works at that time, people were being healed. See, the works here at this time is just what the Lord mainly did. Oh, the works here, you want to know the works here is ecstatic love is awakening in people who listen to this word, who listen to this Leela, who come to believe in the extraordinary mercy of Lord Chaitanya, which we preach here. Therefore, it manifests because it's very true. You can get prema in this life. You can get devotion to Krishna. You will be attached to these books. When you read these books like Fanny, you'll see when you read this Chaitanya Leela, you're going to cry, you're going to laugh, you're going to have all these things because you are faith in what our preaching. You will show what the path is. That's what you'll teach, how you were awakened by your guru and all of these things. That goes for everybody. The path is one, the guru is one, guru tattva is one, rasa tattva is one. It's all one and it's all here. What do you think, Lalita? Want to say something? Go ahead.
Yeah, I told Fanny immediately this morning when I heard what she read. When I
Yeah,
read what she read, what to read. Yeah,
yeah,
she,
yeah.
she
Good.
knew it from before, but yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
yeah. That's better to read Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Well, it's just the ecstasy will probably wait
Yeah,
because the
yeah.
Lord's
Oh,
very merciful. Especially, we got everything lined up. She's got a real, empowered devotee, guru, and then you just start reading the Leela, and boom, man. Yeah. That goes for everybody. Start reading, and also like Shamaguri, read more of that Chaitanya Leela there, and you'll see because you're in the right place. Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. O Lord Chaitanya Chandra, by devotedly serving your lotus feet, one can attain the pure love of Krishna. See? So that's why, see, verse 107 through 109, one who hears this Leela from an authorized source, see, patiently hears the Leela, and then deep love for Krishna will begin to awaken. See, so that's how you practically, devotedly serve the lotus feet. See, and what am I saying? Am I just, see, you can't just say these things from the book. You have to have experience. You have to have the experience of doing that and devotion awakening people. And then you say, oh, there you go. You put it together. You see the relationship. People don't see the relationship. They don't see, and then it's like, how everything is connected. Well, on the devotional platform, everything is connected. That's really real and true, and connected to that. Bhagavad, you see how it right there. You can. They do this in believe it or not in crypto. They have all these they call trending lines, and they all connect, and they're all meaningful. See, really amazing. And so this is the same thing on the spiritual platform. You can run a line all the way to that verse, Bhagavad Gita 10:10. See, to those who worship the Lord with loving ecstasy, I give them the understanding of how to come to me. See, and then you run it to the verse. Yes, by patiently hearing this, the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, the relationships, the rasas, all these things. See? One develops deep love for the Lord. So now you see that is the path of developing the deep love. See? Because a lot of people say, well, Bhagavad Gita 10:10, what is this? To worship with the Lord with prema? Well, I'm not there. What do I do? Oh, I'll go follow the rules. See? Well, that's the slower way, of course. But the quicker way is postgraduate way, which we're teaching. Oh, no, just, hey, forget about whether you followed the rules and okay, very fine. Good. Or you didn't follow them at all. Just come here and let's just go right to let's cut to the chase. Let's take the fluff away and just go right to the essence. You just be like Mars Prixit. Sit your little fanny here. Yeah, because it's very rare to find a speaker that's empowered truly by the Lord. Very rare. Who's conclusive and really clear. Unusually, uncommonly clear. Very rare. So you just sit your Fanny there. Oh, Fanny's there. Fanny's here. See? And patiently hear the Lord, and boom, you start to get. And instead of going, well, let's see, okay, let me follow the rules and regulations. See, when you have a living guru, you can figure it out faster. And then you do that for 40 years, 50 years, you still didn't get it. Probably might not even got the desire because you probably might have some hypocritical gurus or some cheaters up there on the throne. Who knows? You can't tell because you're just still on the material platform. But if you're fortunate, Krishna will lead you to a bona fide spiritual master. And if you're really more fortunate, he won't just throw the rule book at you. Oh, well, they can't figure out those things. Let me just write it in my book like Prabhupada did. And let me throw you the rule book because you're just beginning, you don't know anything about Krishna. Yeah, just go out there, work for Krishna, real passionate guys out there. Go work for Krishna, clean the toilets, distribute cookies, you know, and go and listen to these impotent classes until you're really bored silly these speculations. Go follow the checklist gurus for a while until you develop a desire. Oh Lord, do you really exist? to be honest with you, I lost faith in ISKCON. I followed for 5 years. I did, with the program, I did all those things. I gave, I just worked all the time for ISKCON, all that stuff. And I lost faith, to be honest with you. I had faith from the very beginning, but I lost faith because I see in this life, a lot of people are not like this. That's why I'm here for those who are. I was like this. I got Krishna's name. First, no, I first I got Krishna Prabhupada's book, Science Self. I read one verse. This man knows God like Jesus. I had spiritual experience with Jesus. I had spiritual experience with Prabhupada. This man also knows God. Oh, this is so great. I want to be. So I go down there and get his books in the temple. And I read them. And they give me the mantra, the chant, Hare Krishna. And I have spiritual experience. Oh, I found real happiness. I found real happiness. That would have just increased more and more and more if I had the right association. But I didn't. For this level, this is Raganuga Bhaktas. I was looking for this, but it wasn't available. All they did was throw the rule book at me. And they said this ecstatic devotion, what I naturally had, was wrong, was bad. How dare you chant and cry in the temple room? Oh, get out of here. Go wash those friggin' pots, man. You offender of Krishna. See? Offender of Krishna. That's what so after 5 years of that, I thought, I just lost, was covered, man. Just like, I don't believe Prabhupada exists. No, no. Because I was looking for, I found the real Prabhupada. I found the real mantra in the beginning, but I didn't have the enough experience, you know, I didn't have a living thing. So I had to figure it out. It took years to figure it out. I had to leave for years. And then I got Prabhupada's book again, and it all came back. And I charted and chanted in ecstasy. I heard in great bliss out of the association of Vaidhi Bhaktas. That's why there's a place for people who really want Krishna like that. Are you anybody out there like that? Or you want to associate with those people that I've given up? I mean, I haven't given up, but I've given up intimate. I don't believe in what they say. I don't believe in their blasphemies. I don't believe in their criticisms. So I've given up that level, but I'm coming back to that level because I'm here to serve Prabhupada. I want to help him. He's got all these people. A lot of them are sincere blasphemers. What are you going to do? They're sincere blasphemers. You know what a blasphemer is? Well, they don't, nobody knows. They think when they blaspheme God's transcendental potency, that's a good thing. See? That's called atheism on this level of teaching. Oh, actually, God is Satchidananda. He's ecstatic. He cries and laughs and chokes up. And man, is he conclusive. And so are his devotees. And oh, you great, you think you're worshiping Krishna. No, it's just a thought for you right now. But by your deeds, you got to get purified. And part of your purification is a little kalya coming out, man. All that, let's bite that guy. Spit some poison. Poo, poo, poo. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Right, Lalita? Right, River? Now, it's like spitting. Even Karuna spits a little bit there. And it's like, no problem, man.
You can.
Got him spitting a little bit.
Everything was good.
She's laughing because she knows it's true. We're gonna purify that guy, man. We're gonna help him give up bad association, and we know what that is, right? Yeah. So that's it, man. That's the essence. That's the one in my heart. Yeah, exactly. You want that? So, Prabhupada, they have this thing, oh, Prabhupada made a place for everybody, but that's just a bunch of words. We have to make the place for real people now. They didn't make a place for everyone. They didn't make a place for me or you. or it was a temporary stop off because you were looking for a deeper place with Krishna, right? See, so this is our contribution to Vaishnavism. See, devotedly serving your lotus feet, one can attain pure love for Lord Krishna. See, so because we have the real path here, it works. See, it's the formula. In the when you follow a formula, say you want to bake a cake, right? You follow the recipe and you get the cake, right? It's proven. But if I come to Krishna conscious movement and I'm coming for Krishna, right? I'm coming to have love of Krishna. Or I come, yeah, say I'm coming for love of Krishna. And I follow the formula that they're preaching, but I don't get no cake. Where's the cake? Right? Where's Janaki? She likes cake. See? She eats cake on birthdays. So where's the spiritual birth? Yeah, where's the cake, man? I'm following the formula. You're saying by following this and this and these gurus and these checklists, or this guru who's illustrious and fantastic. Well, where's the cake? Where's the spiritual rebirth? Where's the ecstatic love that I read about in those books? Where's the laughing, crying, choking up, all that stuff? Well, I only see here that I think we're the only one following the formula and getting the cake with the cherry on top. See, you got to be intelligent. You come here, we'll give you. We're like the wizard, the Wizard of Oz. You come here off to see the wizard. Nobody's got any brains. They're straw. They're scarecrows, right? No brains, right? Cowards. They come off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Da 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 da. Follow the yellow brick road. See, the yellow brick road we created. It's the word. Follow the word. And then the wizard comes. The wizard, hey man, it's not like I'm the wizard. My Lord's the wizard. He's given me a couple of brains. He's given me some brains. River has 3 kidneys. I have 3 brains because of the Lord. Cows have 4 stomachs. I got four brains. Okay? The Lord will give you a bunch of. How many brains do you want, scarecrows? Scaredy cats. How many you want? See? See, it gives you brains, courage. It gave the lion courage, right? This is us. What do you think that everything is? When you get in this place here, everything is about Krishna. You see, like Lord Caitanya, it's amazing, actually. Well, you look at the Wizard of Oz. Oh, it's all about Krishna, man. He's the wizard, and we're all those persons that got nothing. That's why you just got to admit you got no real money in your pockets, man. You're poor. When Acharya Dev empties it, says, listen, I got nothing actually, because I got no real bhakti like these devotees here in this sangha. That's you got really nothing until that. Doesn't matter you got a big following and all that. You have to empty those pockets, You realize you got nothing until real devotion, real mercy. See, and that's only by Lord Chaitanya's grace. Okay? If you got that mercy, now you'll have real prema. That's the whole thing. I didn't see it because I don't see anybody preaching the grace of Lord Chaitanya. I mean, with the word, hey, prema is available, friend. Have you heard that in ISKCON? Oh, you can get prema bhakti now. No, you can get rules and regulations now. You can get, and like you go to Narayan Raj group, oh, you can get austerities now and fasting and more rules, more regulations. But Radhe. But by the way, we can't give you the Radhe, but we'll give you the rules and the fastings. You can have your big stick, prance around with pride. That's all I saw. Wow, we can look at us. We're austere, and everything. And I thought that's all the opposite of what Lord Chaitanya preached. What's going on here? And that's why you don't see they're not following the formula. See, I came into this life and you got the Bible, boom, kingdom of God in the kingdom. Got Prabhupada's will, boom, right there. I read Chaitanya Charitamrita one time, boom. I said, that's where I come from. I belong there. I have a natural relation. No, honest with you. No, no lie. This is my actual experience. I'm not exaggerating. I'm telling you exactly how I felt. I remember those days. I remember everything spiritual in my life. It's the only thing important. So everything else I pretty more or less forget. I remember, right? Nectar devotion. Oh my God, these are feelings I felt. See? Or if you're not like that, and I'll tell you, 99.9% of the Vaishnavas I've met, no, 99.9.9.9% are not like that. That's why they're sent here. Prabhupada was sent. See, he got it, right? How much? So he had like few days association with Bhakti Siddhanta physically. Bhakti Siddhanta's son, amazing. Oh, you think he just got it like that? No. Well, he did. He just got it from previous life. He had it, brought it through. So somebody needs to be here like that. That's what I learned after 30 years of going to this guru and that guru and everything. What I brought through is very, very, very powerful and very special. And no one's preaching it and no one's distributing it. No one's transmitting it. Prove me wrong. I'm not a megalomaniac. Prove it wrong. But nobody does. And I just come to the conclusion nobody can. So we got to do it. No wonder Prabhupada came, right? 1996. Somebody's got to do it. Oops, no sound. Uh oh.
I hear you clearly,
Yeah,
very clearly.
yeah. I wonder.
Maybe
So,
it's her, Shanaki.
okay, let us know. Is there any sound? Okay. Hmm. It's okay. Okay. All right. It's okay. Yeah. 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 So really, yeah, that's the essence. Oh yeah. Go ahead, Lalita. What?
I, it's a strange question of Narendra who asks, is there a special place in the spiritual world that impose rules and regulations? Is there
Oh yeah.
such?
Well, it's like more Vaikunta. It's just more awe and reverence. They worship the Lord according to gorgeous ceremonies. They like that, you know. Yeah, and that's why they're there. The Lord has a place for people. But Prabhupada said to get there, you have to flawlessly follow the rules, and nobody will really be unless you're like maybe a Narayan Raj or something. He was very strict, and a lot of his very strict. But even they, I see they still have this falsity. They can't get rid of it. Yeah, we need the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. That mercy is here in our sangha. That's our work. Which, the more you come, you'll see examples of this profound, powerful spiritual mercy that's not available anywhere. I mean, I've come to after. That's why I went. I went back and forth to Jesus. See, because I was wondering. Well, the Vaishnavas aren't looking as good as some of these ecstatic Christians. Maybe Jesus is it. And maybe what I've got. I had to compare back and forth, back and forth. Be clear. Because you see, people leave here even for Jesus because they're not clear. They need to see. Then they go out there, and I haven't been impressed by what they're just, they're not conclusive, not as ecstatic, and then they get bewildered. Even, yeah. So this is topmost. Now I'm convinced Lord Chaitanya is the special avatar for this age. I preach it now, no, with gusto. You believe in this preaching, you're going to get this special mercy, man. I've seen it over and over again. But if you don't believe, then you're on the level of purification. Oh, well, I see. Okay, I see where you're at. See, but everything Jesus said, Prabhupada said, the Vedas say is all in force now because this is deliverance level. That means when I preach, people get purified. And you know how that is? People rise to life. Just like Jesus said, when the the Son of Man is Krishna. See? He's in man, right? Psh, Son of Man is Krishna. Surprise! When he arises, then people arise to condemnation. Oh, get lots of that, right? Mostly. And people rise to life. That's you guys. Look how fast we just rise. Ooh. See, you get the good news, you rise up with it. Okay? See, deliverance is enforced now. Everybody gets delivered. Sorry, nobody gets out, whether you ask for it or not. I'm just going to preach, and you're going to get purified by all those things. You notice I don't react. Oh, thank you for the compliment. Thank you very much. Greatest contentment. Throw it, heap it over here. My Lord protects this fool here, and I'm just here to do my job. You know, criticize away. Call me the devil and demon and all these things. Okay. They did it to our masters. They did it to Krishna. They did it to Jesus. They did it to his followers. And then you don't think they're going to do it here to us? Are you kidding? We're part of that family. That's right, Maria. She says, wow, Jesus isn't here. Of course he's around. It's part of the family, man. Whatever they did to Prabhupada, to Haridas Thakur even, or any of their real followers who have the transcendental potency, yeah, they're going to do, to those people, they're family members. See, they're all family. That's proof they were part of the family. Liberated, so you got to do that. That's why Jesus said, "Oh, whoever spit on me, they're going to spit on you because you got the same potency I got. Now I gave it to you because you listened to me. You got purified. So you're not above your master. I mean, your spiritual master. They did it to you. You're going to do it to you. So don't be surprised. But great is your reward in the kingdom of God." We don't even have to wait. I have my reward. I love this kind of reward, man. This kind of reward is better than money, better than gold, better than women or men. Wow, you rewarded me with a beautiful woman or a beautiful man. It's okay, but I like this reward. This better, huh? Go ahead there, Lolita. What?
Yeah, they blaspheme us, etc., etc. Still, I feel loads of protection when I go on Harinam. I had once Muslims who took my mic and started Salam Alaikum
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they take my mic and I just took it back and I felt this protection of Lord Caitanya
yeah,
very, very strongly. There is a group of drunks. They are not homeless. And when I come there, they all come out of that cafe. Um, they're not
Oh,
homeless. They all
oh,
come with trumpets and toot, make noise to throw me.
yeah.
I keep on singing. I feel the more they do it, the more Krishna is helping me.
Yeah.
Really. And I with a
Yeah.
smile like anything.
Oh, you're going to see they'll probably change and they'll be really nice to you. It's how it happens. A lot of stuff like this. Yeah. 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 So anyway, this is the Lord's work here. This is we're soul winning now. What I just said, nobody's ever said clearly. Like no, definitely no Vaishnavas recently, even though that happens naturally, and because if they're carrying the transcendental potency. That's why it took a little while to get clear and get through all these things because there are a lot of subtle obstacles out there that, and the Vaishnavas on your own, you will not get through it. You need a bona fide guide to get you through that jungle. In the jungle, see, the jungle there, the putanas are out there, the false gurus. And it doesn't matter how sincere you may be. You could be so sincere and following strictly and everything and still be a putana. See? You can't get out of it. You have to be freed from putana. Matter of fact, if you're really sincere and you're following, and you could be a guru or a follower like this, to be freed is you have to come here to be freed. And proof is you're not ecstatic. I mean, this is over and over again. There are so many sincere people when Jesus was here and his real followers, but they had to meet the real followers who carried the Spirit. See, they're the carriers of this. It's like you carry a special virus. And if you're not a carrier, you can't give it to others. So that's, how it works. This Holy Spirit is like a transcendental virus. You ain't got it. You can't give it. Doesn't matter how sincere you're following the rules, right? You have to come. Remember, I told the story about that person preaching for Jesus and everything. And then the apostles came and asked him, he's very sincere and dedicated and everything. He said, "Did you get the Holy Spirit?" Holy Spirit, what's that? I only know the baptism of John with the water. And then they taught him and spoke to him, and boom, he got the Holy Spirit. See, they were carriers of it. That's why you see it. This is our line. It's always been that people don't know. Even this is why you got the Ritvik idea. Yeah, Ritviks think, oh yeah, we're going to advance to the highest goal that way. Well, maybe help you for a little bit, but that's not conclusive. And then you got the living dead gurus. To me, I say living because they're walking, right? But dead spiritually. See? You don't get it that way either. See? You need the living guru who their spiritual body is alive. See? And then they pass on this love of God. If they're passing it on. Prabhupada was that. We didn't pass it really. Pass rules, regulate. See, it's in the word. It's in the message. See, you got the Old Testament was a message, right? From a qualified person. Moses knew God, man. But the message was different. It was rules, regulations. And therefore you got what? Rules and regulations. Then Jesus comes. What was different in Jesus and Moses? The message. That's why they call it the New Testament. That word, the power of the word is what wakes you up, man. That's the service to the lotus feet of Lord Caitanya. You listen to a real guru who preaches the word of Lord Caitanya, the real conception. Boom! Ecstatic devotion begins to awaken. Well, I got this spiritual experience. I just sat there and put my fanny in front of Gaur and just listened there. And boom, all of a sudden I'm starting to feel excited. Ooh, I'm alive. I'm alive in life. Hey, man, we do it the way the Lord does it. It's the Word of God, right? Doesn't it say? In the beginning was the Word. The Word was God. The Lord said, "Let there be light." And there was light. See? When the Lord uses somebody in this way and says, "Let there be bhakti," there's bhakti. Let there be ecstatic devotion, and there is. You notice the new message. This is the new Vaishnava Testament. It's not new. Lord Chaitanya preached it, and I preach it again. Prabhupada put his books for us to preach. Let there be ecstatic bhakti. And then you got to get all the hecklers. Gaur, yeah, blah, blah, yeah, Gaur, you're a demon. Blah, yeah, don't worry. Let there be ecstatic bhakti and prema, because that's the new Vaishnava Testament now. Let there be ecstatic devotion. We're already proved it. We're the prototypes here. And you can also become real. You want to become a real guru and do this? That to me is a real standard of a guru. Yes, it is correct. You awaken devotion to Krishna. You're a Guru Dev. Now, come on. Let's everybody become a real Guru Dev. We make gurus here. We make acharyas. Capable of passing on this potency. Isn't that acharya of devotion? Means you can pass it on. Okay, yeah, we do. It's not all that hard. Just come here and listen and serve Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet in an acceptable way to him and get this bhakti, because that's what we do. We're like that, man. Clockwork. Come here, punch your clock here now. Come here, punch in, punch out after 2-3 hours, and you satisfy the Lord, and you'll feel it, and your whole day will go nice. You did your good day's work, right? This is 1,000 times more powerful than punching the clock at the factory. Right? You punch a clock, you go to McDonald's, you work your butt off, and you come home and here, come in, punch in, do the work, which is fun work. Just come here and play. Punch the clock and you punch out in 2-3 hours, and you feel like, wow, I did a great day's work. I feel satisfied. And then it comes time to again to punch in the clock. You punch in, right? In the morning, you punch in again. We punch Maya a few times. Give her the 1-2 punch. And then punch out, go do our daily duty, prescribed duties, all in bliss and happiness. You know? And then it's so exciting that you want to punch in again. So you want to do overtime here. Here, where do people like to? They only want to do overtime for money. I also want to do overtime. I want the money too. I want the money, to me, the currency. I want more current, man. Sometimes I like that charge, man, that bliss, the ecstasy, man. I like that potency. I just love the glorification of the Lord, man. I like that the currency that comes with the current is nice. I like that flow, water flow. I like to laugh, man. So I got to punch in, man. That's why I punch in multiple times during the day. I like overtime, man. Yeah, because you get more wealth, man. I like that. More time you punch. Go out in synchrotron, chant a little bit. You're punching in, man. Punching in, working for the Lord. We're working for God, man. Right? We're on a mission for the Lord. Let's do some backflips. Yeah. I went to work overtime for real love. Fanny. Yeah, exactly. We're working overtime for that, man. It's great. Oh, great auspiciousness of the world. Hey, if you come here, you're going to be devotedly serving Lord Chaitanya's feet, and you're going to experience this great auspiciousness of the world. You're going to see there's nothing in this world more auspicious than Lord Chaitanya, and then ultimately it blossoms into Radha and Krishna. You're going to see they're the real auspiciousness in the world. Their real presence here is the only thing that is valuable in this world. Everything else, even the mode of goodness, is not real auspiciousness. No. You need to take it to this level, which we do. Unless you come here, you won't know what transcendental auspiciousness is. You won't know what the peace that surpasses all understanding that Fanny got in touch with there. This is not peace of the world. This is just Jesus stuff. This is the Christ stuff. This is the Krishna stuff. This is, I have peace and I can give it to you abundantly. I have life. I can give it to you abundantly, man. I have life, man. My life is my Lord. Not my death. What do you mean by death? What is this death thing? That's for the Jews. They like death. There's no life without death. What was Prabhupada's book? Life comes from life. If you don't have life, it doesn't come from your death. No. Well, life comes from life here, man. I just preach what's alive. Conclusive truth is alive. It's a live wire, man. Electrify you, the speaker, and the hearers. I listened to my class from yesterday afternoon. I couldn't give it up. I was late for this class because I was like fascinating. Just plugged in. It's like, wow, that's beautiful. It's like a dance. It's, like, wow. Yeah, even my own classes, I felt I totally understand what Prabhupada said. We're reading his own books. Why? Because it's a dictation from Krishna. These classes are dictations from Krishna. Why wouldn't I like them? This is a great secret of bhakti. People in false ego say, you like your own classes? You're not supposed to like your own classes. Well, why not? It's dictated from Krishna. I'm also listening. I'm also getting, what do you think devotees chant Hare Krishna? Look at Lalita. If she didn't like her voice, she wouldn't be ecstatic, right? What makes her ecstatic? She has to chant. Her own voice chanting is ecstatic. That means there's something independently working there. The Lord. See, people don't know this because they're in false ego. They don't understand. Pundarik was looking in two mirrors, even faked Gadadhar out for a time. He's looking in two mirrors. Wow. Looking at himself in two mirrors. Wow. Why was he doing it? In false ego? Gadadhar thought, what's he, why is he infatuated himself and all these guys are fanning him? Why are they fanning him? See? It's kind of like you guys. You come here and you got, oh, Guru, Go Hari Das, Prabhupada Humps and everything. And these guys on the outside are wondering, what are they doing that for? This guy, just an ordinary person. Well, he looks like a materialist, not even wear a dhoti. Why are they doing this? So they were doing it, fanning Buddhari. The ones who knew him, see, the intimate associates knew how much bhakti this guy had, man. And the outsiders, even Gadadhar wanted to show on the outside, he didn't know Gadadhar. He didn't know Pundarik Vijayanidhi. Why are they fanning him? Why is he sitting on a high seat and all? He's just a wealthy person. And he's looking in two mirrors to make it really doubly difficult to understand what he's doing. See, he's looking at the bhakti, man, because that's all a devotee looks at. That's the real self. What do you think? People say you should love yourself. Yes, but is it the self you're talking? Usually people are talking about love the false ego, and I'm not into that. No, I like to love Krishna, and everything gets adjusted. Then you just take care of the body. It's just, hey man, I can't. What do I love dead matter for? I mean, come on, man. How can I love a material personality that just comes and goes? It's just part of the illusion. No, I love Krishna. That's why, I wait for people to get purified here before let's talk about loving them. I'm only loving, if you love Krishna, and I'll love you. Otherwise, I won't, if you're still identifying too much with the modes, I can't say I love that. No, sorry. Nobody does. No real devotee does. They love those who love Krishna. Because if you're really meditating on Krishna, see, you're going to radiate that love and devotees will love you, real devotees. But if you're Guru Dev, so-called Guru Dev, and you're still meditating on a false ego, I just try to help them, by putting them in their real place. I don't get any juice from prancers around the stage with their sticks, identifying with false ego. No, the juice is from those who are real devotees of Krishna. See, that are looking at Krishna. How do you know? They look at the conclusiveness of these verses. They look at the ecstasy. See, when you look, like I was watching my own video and I'm looking at the conclusiveness of the verses. If it wasn't conclusive, I would go, ooh. See, you become a connoisseur of spiritual life here. Oh, you don't want that? Well, go out and go to the blasphemers. Hang out with them for a while until you get tired of that. All they do is cover up the path. Go ahead, what?
You want to hear it again because you want to hear Krishna's sound, Krishna's flute. You want to hear this deep, beautiful truth. It's not from you. You just received it, and of course you want to hear it again.
Yeah.
Krishna.
Yeah. The conclusive truth is Krishna. That's the book Bhagavad. What is the meaning to a book Bhagavad if there's no conclusiveness? God is perfect, and the glory, even though a book may be imperfectly composed with spelling errors and everything like that, but the truth of it the heart of it comes through. The conclusiveness comes through. I love, like, it's conclusive to a point, actually. I'm the way, the life, and the truth. No one comes to the Father but through me. So that's conclusive. It's true, but we could add a little extra to that to make it even more conclusive so the path opens up more. You can come to another line, like the Vaishnava line. And that same thing is true. You won't get to the Vrindavan except through that devotee. This is what the Christians don't know. They can't come into the house I'm in because they don't come through this door. So the devotee is the way, the life, and the truth for Vrindavan, that life of Vrindavan. You, if you don't go in there, you don't get that special rasa. You don't understand what that rasa is. You'll actually offend Krishna in the Leela. I mean, he won't. He'll just laugh at you, but you won't be able to really serve the Leela. Well, he might find a service for you to, like to show you how stupid you are. Like Indra came in, he allowed Indra to come in there and show. See, the highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion, right? So Indra was an illusion, right? So Krishna, oh, let me see, I can use this to preach the truth. So he preached, here's the Vrindavan, and look at this stupid Indra acting like a fool, right? And what do you think I'm doing here? Same thing, allow people to come. Well, I don't even, it's like, I don't even just invite them in. I go and just storm their doors. I just go right in, to say, hey, man, just like Krishna, he just jumped into the river. He wasn't invited. Kalya didn't want him to come. These people don't want me to come on their threads usually. That's why you got to entertain them a little bit, got to make it, like, well, we may not agree with him. At least he's kind of funny, and he's entertaining, I mean, kind of, we've been living a boring Ritvik life or a boring living dead guru life. Somehow or other, we kind of like the guy, he doesn't seem to be taking offense of we're throwing all our poison at him. He's not going, how dare you, we can't seem to ruffle his feathers. Well, maybe we'll keep him around a little bit. Yeah. Good, good, good. Oh, great auspiciousness of the world. So nobody, if you're fortunate, you come in this line and you find out what real auspiciousness is. I can't let that go, man. It is so important. You find out what real life is. This is why real devotee, wherever they come from, that's why this thing, who is Gaura Hari's guru? Better thing is, check out the life here, because there are a lot of gurus out there, a lot of followers of this guru, but they don't have this life. They don't have this. They're not carrying this auspiciousness. That's how it is. Bhakti Vinod called it meeting the uncommon preceptor, the unconventional preceptor, teacher, the unconventional. Nityananda was unconventional. He didn't have a guru. Nobody knows. Lord Caitanya had a Mayavadi, sannyas guru. Now that's not Vaishnava. See? But they're unconventional in their way. And the proof is, and they do that because they want to show the world they're not dependent on having a particular guru. Okay, that's fine. If you want to, that you can take it to a point that way. But, you have to have the unconventional teacher. See, like Bhakti Vinod couldn't really find anybody that would give him initiation that was really qualified. So he took it from one of these neophyte Goswami gurus. See, a lot of those in India. They come in their seminal line. Okay, go ahead there. Thank you, Lalita, for coming. She has to go. Yeah. They come in the seminal line. So he wanted to teach, the idea of having a guru, right? He didn't really need to do that, but he did. Yeah, so that's unconventional. And then in the end, his guru rejected him because he had a different idea where the place of the birth of Lord Caitanya was. He got it through revelation. And then he even did calculations, astrological calculations to show it was really true. And the Brahmins did not believe him. And even his guru did not believe him because he was attuned to that vibration, the more Brahminical thing. Still, is Bhakti Vinod not bona fide because his guru rejected him? See, it's not about that. See, Bhaktivinoda was right. He got revelation. It's the real guru gets revelation. And he even proved it by the astrological calculations and its scriptures. And they still didn't accept, not even as guru. That's how it is. It's the same thing here. I took a guru, Tamal Krishna. I took a lot of these gurus, but they won't believe it's bona fide here. But I use the scriptures. I calculate my preaching by the scriptures. They can't prove, that this is wrong or anything because we have Satchidananda here. See, this is the unconventional preceptor here. You have to have that eventually. And only way you can figure that out is you got to hear long enough, and then you see, oh wow, this is special auspiciousness. This is not just generally available by these people that just get any guru. And then they say, well, he's bona fide because he has so and so guru. No, this is way beyond that. This is as it is. See? What is Jesus' guru? Where do you hear Jesus' guru? Nowhere to be seen. Oh, John the Baptist was his, because he took it. He took that. Oh, how much association did he have with John the Baptist? Minutes, just to get the water thrown on him. What type of bhakti is it they are enjoying the transcendental platform for their dictatorship reign? Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing is, yeah. But see, the neophytes can't tell the difference. But if you're ready to be delivered, you'll find your way here because we're pretty, vocal now. Yeah. Whether we deliver 5 or 5 million, whoever comes here and takes what we do seriously, you're going to get it. And if you don't believe this word and you don't believe the testimony there, well, you're one of the goats. What are you going to do? The goat, even though the sees, just doesn't have the intelligence to understand. So follow the goats. There's a goat line here. Those are the false followers. The real followers are here. Chapter 12 of Adi Lila. See, that's here. Ah. See, moving his hands and feet, raising the 2 golden rods of his arms, and trembling as he dances, and loudly calling out Hari Hari in ecstatic bliss. Lord Caitanya Chandra vanquishes the inauspiciousness of the world. There you go. You see the purpose for ecstatic chanting? Tears coming out of his eyes in ecstasy. He vanquished the inauspiciousness of the world just by doing that. See? What is this preaching about? Is to support that truth. Conclusive. Yeah, see, that's conclusive. People don't know. Oh, really? Yeah, they see sometimes, like St. Paul said, sometimes we're out of our minds for God. See, that's that kind of chanting and ecstasy like this. See, but people don't understand. What is that about? What is that? Well, why are they crying, right? And they say, why are you crying? Go, all right, yeah. Yeah, why? Well, sometimes I'm in my right mind for you guys out there who are criticizing, who don't understand this. You won't find anybody in more of a right mind than this. You won't hear anybody more logical like this about the science of Krishna consciousness. If you do, prove me wrong. Prove us wrong. I don't work alone here. Now I have help from within and without now, from my friends. See? So the Lord has the devotees in 3 states of consciousness. Sometimes they're fully absorbed, sometimes they're partially absorbed, and they speak to you. They can speak in ecstasy, and sometimes they're 100% like in full external consciousness. See? Showing the clear logic and the clear understanding, that kind of thing. See? And then you think, oh, well, I guess I can accept. I never heard anybody so clear. See? To those who worship the Lord in loving ecstasy, see? I give them the understanding. I give them the real knowledge. You got to hear that from them. You get the real path, the real understanding here. Oh, really? I didn't know. I thought I could take any guru there. They're all bona fide. No, they're bona fide if they have these. They are actually have prema bhakti and devotion to Krishna. Like one guru, he says the right thing. He says you should have a bona fide Krishna guru who knows their relationship with Krishna. That's true, but yet he takes a guru who's not bona fide like that. I don't like that. Do you? Would you think that's right? You take a guru that doesn't know their relationship with Christian, yet you preach that that's the real guru. There's a hypocrisy there. I'm sorry, man. Doesn't pass the Swarab Damodar test. My Lord doesn't. He likes things as they are. You know, either you are a real devotee, or either you really know Guru Tattva, see, and you take a real guru like that, like what you preach. Okay? That's, you cut out the hypocrisy. Okay? Then people know. Do you see why I say I didn't get a what I would consider a bona fide living guru? That's more honest. See? And then I tell you what the book tells you. Oh yeah, well if you've made it to that platform, you've done from a previous life. Okay? I tried to take these initiation from 5 of them, and none of them I would consider bona fide on this platform. Therefore, I say, well, that wasn't really bona fide. But I'm not going to say you must have a bona fide guru who has realized their relationship with Krishna, and then take a Tamal Krishna or one of these other gurus and say and preach that, but take a guru and show the example by my deed that I take a person that doesn't know their relation with Krishna. I have a little problem with that. There's some hypocrisy in that. So this is the more honest way to do it, the more clear way, the more, even according to the Shastra, way to do it. That's why I explain it. Yes, Ramai Das is inconclusive. He has faith in Tamal and Narayan Raj, who are not exactly. Yeah, yeah, and as I say, I want to give them benefit of the doubt. I'm preaching to you guys, so you don't get bewildered by these subtle things. He's a nice person. He likes our preaching. So make friends with people, but be conclusive. And if he hears this, he'll just. I have nothing against him. I like the guy. He has a nice vibe. And it's natural for people. I mean, what do you expect? You got to cut people a little bit of slack. They don't know this. This stuff is this is beyond top notch conclusions. This is very rarely spoken. So you got to cut people a little slack. Give them a chance. Make friends. I was telling River that. Don't you see a guy? He just look like, hey, at least he likes our preaching. And kind of like that. Kind of be a little gentle. Oh yeah, he sent you. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, I mean, because and when they see, and I have to, and he'll probably appreciate what I'm saying. He'll see that I don't have any edge, like I am angry. No, I just want to. I have to be conclusive, and I'm just doing what Prabhupada did with Sridhar. Sridhar is the same thing. He has faith in Sridhar, and I also, it's not up to standard. Just like Prabhupada said. He felt, not up to standard. You appointed acharyas. I don't like that. I'm a stickler like Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta. He said, be nice, which is always a good thing. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's maybe not always a good thing, but, in this case, it is. Lord Chaitanya is helping us, isn't he? I notice things are changing more. We're getting more refined, more able to deal with more people. Because this is how it works. You got to get more and more purified. Lord Chaitanya went through the same stages. At first, he did the Devananda Pandit thing and all this, and then he just got so just playful and ecstatic, and he just ended up preaching in a different way. That's happening here too. We just get a little more easier to take, you know. Okay, so let's chant Hare Krishna a little bit. You can put your microphone on and chant there a little bit there out loud. I'm going to kind of rest my voice a little bit because maybe
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. My beats. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Actually, Maharaj, what I wrote, Maharaj just come. Okay.
no, good.
I'm just going to say what I wrote to Ramai. Is that how you say his name? It might have sounded quite harsh, but I was kind of having a bit of fun with it. But I
Yeah.
understand. I do understand. I understand. Hare Krishna.
Well, we don't want to shock him too much, Like you got to make friends first, because
Yeah.
when you have friends, then they'll be more apt to listen to you.
Yes.
I got to learn that
Absolutely.
too. I got to learn that also. I'm also learning these things. Making friends first. I'm joking with the people now that are criticizing me a little bit. And we don't want to lose our humanity. Like, hey, man, we're human beings. We're it's just
Yeah.
philosophical differences. You know, yeah. They have to see that we're not like what do you call separatists. So we are it's just anyway. Krishna will give us the empowerment to preach because on our own we can't do it. Really, it's
No.
just we need to be
Yeah.
the super empowered to do what we're doing here because this is kind of it's like brain surgery. Very delicate stuff with the psyches of people and all that.
Woo. Yeah. Yes. Hare Krishna. Hare
Is Karuna doing? Is he all right today? Is he doing okay? He just is what he is. He's running away from the camera. Doesn't want me to have my observant eyes checking everything. Let's see what
He's
he's
a
doing. He knows I won't miss anything, and I'll make my comments he doesn't want to hear.
He's just going through that rest, Maharaj. That you talk about. That place of rest when Krishna takes away your clothes, your tight, tight,
Oh,
tight, 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 tight
yeah.
clothes. That's how I see it. I know you're not here, but that's how I see it. Um, but there's just some. He feels uncomfortable listening to this. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Oh, well, that's good. Yeah, that's
Oh yes,
purification.
yes, yes, yes. So it's all
Yeah,
purification.
yeah,
Hare
yeah.
Krishna, Hare
Yeah, even if he feels
Krishna.
the vibe, it's just you can't help it. You get purifies your aura. I gotta go play a tune for a little bit. I'll be in and out. I'm around. I'm just doing what I need to do so my voice comes back.
Okay, okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Rama. You know, I feel that we can do what they do, but we don't need to direct it right at them. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. I don't know if you understood that. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Woo, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. These are my jade beads. These are for my blood. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna's really for my blood. I baby you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Why
Hare
don't you
Rama.
read Chaitanya Bhagavat a little bit?
Okay. Krishna, Hare.
Anywhere you want.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Chapter 8. You have to keep an eye on this, please. Chapter 8. Page. If Tom's there, Lalita. Page 321. Madhya Chapter 8. Mahaprabhu displays his opulences. Jai Shri Gaura Haridas. Who's put me on the platform on the road? On the road, what's that thing? On the road to go home. On the road to go home. Thank you, Shri Gaura Haridas, Shri Prabhupada, Parampara, devotees, Radharani, Krishna, sings Goswami, Prabhupada. Intimate devotees. Okay. Oh, oh, glory. Oh, glory to the beloved Lord. God, who's the most dear to everyone. When we actually realize, yes, most dear to everyone. Especially Lord Nityananda and Advaita Acharya Advaita Acharya Prabhu. He is the life and soul of Sri Jagannatha and Sri Gaba, and the most precious treasure of Pundarik Vijanini. Oh, glory to Lord Chaitanya. Lord Caitanya. For he is the Lord and Master of Jagadesh, of Govindha. to all the associates of Lord Caitanya. Along with the Chenanda Prabhu. Lord Caitanya continue to perform wonderful pastimes in Navadvip, Advaita Acharya. As well as all the other Vaishnavas assisted their pastimes. Together. Together, they performed grand kirtan, dancing ecstatically while constantly chanting of the holy names of of Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna. While Nityananda Prabhu remained in Srivas Pandit's house, he manifested the mood of a young boy. He would not even eat by himself. He would not even eat by himself and had to be fed by Mother Molini, who is like a mother to him. One day, Lord Caitanya began to discuss topics regarding Krishna consciousness with Srivas Pandit. Wanting to test Srivas, he asked, why do you keep and maintain this other dude in your house? You do not know anything about him, who he is, from where does he come? What is his family? What is his family background? I warn you that you are being too lenient and kind to him. If you want to maintain the good separation of your family in society, then you should immediately turn this other dude out of your Srivas Pandit smiled and said, "Oh Lord, it is not proper for you to test me in this way." Hare Krishna, I need to take these off. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Test me not proper for you to test me in this way. I know that Lord Caitanya is your expansion. You are the supreme. You are the supreme Lord. And there is no distance between yourself and you, yourself and Lord Nietzsche. Lord Nityananda, I am your servant. And anyone who serves you becomes my master. I am your servant. Excuse me. Even if Lord Nityananda were a meat-eating drunkard, and due to association with him, I lost my reputation, wealth, and everything. Still, I tell you the truth. I tell you truly. Truly, I would never. I would never think of anything other than serving his and your load.
You're just a mad woman. My goodness. No shame. Just shamelessly reading the Leela. You probably have to be careful because you're on the machine there. You know, I don't want you to.
I need to put my headphones on. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Yeah. I love that, that part. I love that pastime with Lord Chaitanya where, he's testing Srivas, but he's actually testing the world and trying to teach the world. See, it's very hard to understand. And I think Ramai knows what I'm talking about. It's hard to understand the mentality of a person that has realized Krishna, and so that's why the acharyas usually keep it a little quiet, because people misunderstand a lot. Every it's not what it seems, and you're involved in the transcendental potency, and people think you're offensive because they can't do what you do, and what you do do might be like totally off the wall. And so anyway, this is the moral that I see. This is what the Lord shows me, and I've talked about this before. This is a great secret of this pastime too. Is the Lord says, why are you keeping this Nityananda around? Don't you see he doesn't follow any rules? And the Brahmins are looking at you and saying, why do you have a guy like that in your house? It's not appropriate. Brahmins are not supposed to associate with like Sudra like personalities who are actually less than a Sudra because he breaks rules. I mean, he doesn't do anything, he does some strange things. And so the Lord said, you should get rid of him, man, before you lose your caste. See, you lose your reputation. That's why you see people coming here. You'll lose. People won't like you. If you're from ISKCON, oh, they won't. Are you kidding? You're associated with Gaur Haridas? Ask Shamaguri. People say, oh, what? Even a Narayan Maharaj go, oh, you're with Gaur Haridas? Oh, stay away from us. See, you lose. That's just how it is. The Lord separates you. See, the Lord, Jesus Christ said, when I come to this world, I came to make division. At first, anyway. See, you need to separate you, the sheep from the goats. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I shouldn't have said that. See, the sheep will follow their shepherd. See, their shepherd. If you look at sheep being more intelligent and the goats less intelligent. See, goats are known to be less intelligent. Sheep are more intelligent. See, so those who have sheep they're the more intelligent ones that are going, in the real path. They're the ones who listen to like the liberator. See, and then the goats, they don't understand. So therefore, they have teachers also. The goats, they have a leader, a goat leader, goat head. So, but this goes all the way down into the world. I mean, it's just there's more intelligence and less intelligence. So if you follow demons, like in the world, Prabhupada said the world is more or less run by rakshasas. Can you imagine saying that like 50 years ago? Yeah. He knew even then. He says, well, basically demons are running the world right now, and rakshasa types. They trick and they lie and cheat and do all these things. That's why our food is poisoned. That's why our water is. What do you think? Our food and water is poisoned. Why? Why would they do public things like that unless they're demons? Yeah, yeah. So people are more or less intelligent, and according to the modes of nature. See? So if you and so that's why even if you're a Brahmin, and the next level of deliverance is this, what we're preaching here. See, the next levels of deliverance is transcendental. See, you can become a sheep. This is the way they taught in Christianity. You can become instantly righteous by believing in Jesus, or believing in the preaching of Jesus, which was more a fact, more the way it is, conclusive from the witnesses. See, and then then you know that auspiciousness of Shuddha Bhakti. Otherwise, nobody knows. See? Instantly righteous. And then when you start confessing it, see, because it's highly purifying to accept a real representative of the Lord in the world. Oh, it's very auspicious, truly auspicious. You immediately become, in the eyes of God, instantly, oh, what, you were in a mode of ignorance and you've accepted my servant? Oh my God, in my eyes, you are more than righteous, because there are many Brahmins who don't accept my servant like you do. Oh, you've got better position than them. See, like the Lord's saying, hey, these Brahmins aren't going to accept you. And you're accepting Nityananda, who doesn't follow anything properly? And Srivas said, of course. Yeah, I can see you're living in his body, man. I don't care if he even goes to a bar and gets drunk. Doesn't matter. You've accepted him. Why shouldn't I accept him? Don't test me, Lord. I'll never kick him out of the house. I'm always, as long as Nityananda wants to stay here, I'm going to serve him. Because you live in his body, I am 100% clear about that. I know how to discern what is spirit and matter, and that spirit that's inside him is you. Therefore, by keeping him in there, I'm keeping you around. And the Lord, what was the Lord's attitude? Different. It was very unusual. What? Srivas? You have faith in my servant? My real servant that I'm very intimate with? My intimate servant, even though he doesn't follow the rules properly and all that stuff, you can recognize that I'm living in his body? Oh my God, the Lord started jumping. Oh my God, Srivas, oh, boon, you get all the boons, all the boons. I have so rare service. Most cannot discern the difference between mode of goodness and Shuddha. And the Shuddha of Nityananda is Vrindavan Shuddha Bhakti. Very difficult to. Prema on the highest level to understand. And you recognize that, and you have faith in that, faith in Nityananda. Oh my God, oh my. He was like, so ecstatic. So few people are like that, and very rare devotees like this. Srivas, all boons are for you. I give you all the boons. You recognize my real servant that I'm intimate with. If you understand this pastime, you've understood the essence of everything. Nobody's explained it like this. It just came to me now. I mean, I've never explained it like this. I've explained this many times, but not like this. Thank you, Lord. Oh, wow. I'm a servant of the Lord. He's given me something to say. That's really good. I'm going to watch this one over again. Boone, you'll never age because you have such faith in where I am working, in whom I'm working. Like Haridas Thakur said, it's very hard to know where, when, and you're working in your transcendental potency in this world, or through whom. You know? Because if you recognize that and you develop faith in those persons, then you're automatically delivered, easily guaranteed. You're delivered. People coming here, you're guaranteed to be delivered. I'm telling you just what Krishna says. Oh, if you worship me directly, there's some doubt whether you'll be delivered. It's very nice you worship me. You read Bhagavad Gita and you read these books. Yeah? Uh, but you know but if you believe in my real representative in this world, who actually I'm living inside, I'm speaking through, I come as that kind of guru, like the Shastra actually says in chapter 1 of Adi Lila, when you're ready to be delivered, the Lord comes as the spiritual master. Oh my God, that is intimacy. Simultaneously one and different. Guru's never saying, I'm God. No, they're serving. I love serving. And why would I want to say such a stupid thing? Oh, man, I'm here to serve my Lord, man. I love to serve the parampara. Guaranteed deliverance here. You'll see my Lord makes good on these things that were said through this mouth. Otherwise, it wouldn't be said. Where do you see a river chant the Lee like that? Come on, show us. I know I just, I don't know. I get in these moods. I like to toot our horn here. I like to toot that the horn of the Lord. Honk, honk, honk. The Lord is here, man. Honk, honk, honk. Do you hear the conch? The Lord is here. Honk, honk, honk. Look at this ecstasy river. How did she get it? She followed the real process. You can get it too. You follow the real process like her. She went in the door. She's the shepherd of the sheep, man. You just go the way she went, man. Go through the purification and you'll be like that. This is the highest wealth in the world. She's got more wealth than 1,000 of these gurus in ISKCON. You show me one that chants the Leela like that. The Lord has given herself to him. Otherwise, you cannot chant the Leela unless the Lord is inside your body, man. Up close and personal. This is called devotional mellows, my friends. Who's doing that? Those are the real gurus, man. I mean, high standard. You could be less if you want. It's okay. But we got high standards here. We want to see this now. Why? Because it's here now. So to me, why should anybody go through any other? Why not just come here and get the mercy of Lord Caitanya? That's what the Hare Krishna movement is all about. Means that way to me, it's like, why not get the mercy where you can chant the Leela like that? You can chant Hare Krishna in ecstasy like she does. Oh, that's Prema Bhakti. But that can't be, Gauri. Narayan Raj said, no, it takes many lifetimes to get the Prema that river has. Well, I guess we're showing something different here, huh? Duh. So, Nari, I am doing it in this way. Devotees are, sometimes I'm out of my mind for Krishna, and sometimes I'm in my right mind for you and others. See, 3 stages of consciousness devotees have. Sometimes they're fully absorbed in ecstatic worship, sometimes partially in and out, and speaking in ecstasies, and sometimes fully fully like in external consciousness, but not really. Proving their points that they can drive a car even though they get so ecstatic. Proving they can be more logical than anybody you've ever heard before. More clear than anybody you've ever heard. More grounded than anybody you heard before. Somebody so ecstatic like that. That's my Lord. You've seen that the way my master is. More authoritative than anyone you've ever heard. Unless they're like this. Used by the Lord. Like Nicodemus said, his friend said, "Did Jesus say anything interesting or anything new?" No, but what he said, boy, he sure clarified. I started to understand the Bible for the first time. You notice the same thing? Oh, what did you want? My God, now I understand the Vedas. But can't 25 years. I didn't get it from all these sannyasis and all these gurus coming through and trying to teach me. I didn't get it. They didn't awaken it. I come here and my God, man, ecstasy, ecstasy, just by hearing. Yeah, I hear this over and over again. It must be bona fide, huh? Proof is in the pudding or what? Govinda Das. He's flying the plane. He's in the cockpit now, He's got his little, he's listening to the flight control. Yeah. Yeah. So we got to do our little thing here on stage. So anyway, that's the essence, man, and that's the way the Lord is. You people come here and can recognize that the Lord is working not only in the guru here, but in his disciples. Amazing. That's how pleased he is with people who come here and believe in what we're doing. Now, come on, man. Isn't that a great thing? Isn't that a fantastic thing? The Lord is just so pleased that you accept this crazy Gohari that doesn't watch his words, says anything he pleases, and you accept it, and he gives you the reward, a river reward, a Govinda reward, Lalita Ganga reward, a Yohamara Janaki, and on and on and on. The Fanny reward. You get those kind of rewards. You like these rewards? It's better than Visa rewards. You got those reward cards. These are the best rewards. Get a lot of flight miles here, free miles. Oh, Mr. Ecstatic himself. There he is. Janard.
Gauranga Hari Hari
Gauranga. Give us a word there, Janardhan. Give us a word.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Hare.
Yeah.
How are you guys?
We're doing good. I think, yeah. As long as we're glorifying God, no problem. Our life is good.
I'm doing too. Haribo Gauranga Hari Haribo.
Yeah. So where are you
Hari.
in Germany? Are you in Germany?
I'm the forest of Germany. In the countryside.
In the countryside. Oh,
yeah,
wow. That's
amazing.
See? Yeah. Oh, what do you have, a little place over there in the countryside? Is that where you live?
That's where I am, where my family is. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You visit. Do you live in the city where I met you over there?
No, I live like I moved away, and now I'm in Augsburg. That's like 2 hours from where I am right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Are you living in like a town or a?
It's
or is it
like a small town in the countryside.
Small. Oh wow, that's better, isn't it?
Yeah.
More peaceful.
Much better. Forest everywhere.
Wow, that's great. Are you German? Are you actually German?
German American.
Yeah, I was wondering because you don't have a real thick German accent. You don't sound like Karl Schwab.
God, thank you.
You will own nothing and be happy. Oh, okay. You gonna believe that one? Who the
Never
heck is
ever.
going to be happy owning nothing? You got to be like Lord Caitanya to own nothing and be happy, man.
Yeah, Gauranga.
You need the boon of the Lord to own nothing and be happy now. Forget about it. Then he'll give you stuff to live, otherwise.
Yeah.
Oh, just a second. I got to close.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Okay.
Hare.
Some more verses here. I read. So go ahead, read on there a little bit more there, River.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh,
Harry
and
Shri.
I want to thank Ramai for coming and watching. I don't know if he's still watching, but thank you for watching our video. That's awesome, man. Thank you. And if you want to come on too, matter of fact, here, if you would like to come on, it'd be nice to have you. You can introduce yourself. I'll give you the link here. Here's the link. If you could figure out how to do it, you're welcome to come on and meet the devotees.
Maharaj, we just have to. What search engine do you use to get onto Restream?
Let's see. Me, I'm using Chrome.
Yeah, Chrome and Firefox are the best ones to get on Restream.
Chrome and what?
Firefox.
Firefox. Yeah, Firefox
Yeah.
is by kind of related.
Oh, okay. Okay. Shall I carry on?
Yeah, carry on.
Okay. Hearing Srivas Pandit speaking in this manner, the Lord stood up and roared loudly with great joy. What have I just heard from? What have I just heard from you, Srivas Pandit? You have so much faith and love for Nityananda Prabhu. You have understood the truth about my dear, most confidential associate. This has
What
pleased
did he
me so
say?
much.
Wait. What did unconventional?
No, confidential.
Confidential.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. See, you've understood the truth of my confidential associate is that this is his real associate. So no matter what he does, really, I mean, devotees are not they're not murderers and stuff like that, but they may break some rules. But the thing is, can you see that the Lord has accepted them? Because if you accept the one the Lord has accepted, you're accepted into the family. This is a great secret I'm telling everybody. So a lot of people are there, they don't understand these subtle truths about Chaitanya Leela. I'm here to preach that, because if you can understand what I'm talking about, is what I'm talking about is what the Leela is talking about. And if you understand the Leela by hearing it from an authorized person, you won't be bewildered by the advanced devotees that are actually on the transcendental platform. Is, for example, the very important point. There is Vamsi Das. Now, Vamsi Das didn't follow rules strictly. I mean, he didn't wash his deity's clothes. He smoked. He was known to smoke 4 beedis a day, like this, and but the Lord, but Bhakti Siddhanta, who was a strict sannyasi, accepted. Oh, the Lord is living in this body. See? And he said, uh, told his disciples, go and give these gifts to Vamsidas, but just drop them there. But don't look in the tent. Don't observe his activities, because you'll become offensive automatically, because you're on another level. You're learning from me the Vaidhi practices and all that. You will not understand. Your mind will just criticize him because he's not following like you. See, so Vamsi Das was following externally the transcendental loving relationships with Krishna. Okay? So that's what he told his disciples, not to go over there because he was on an ecstatic platform. See, I'm here to teach these kinds of subtle things so that people can make the transition from that Vaidhi platform and not be offensive to real devotees because you have real knowledge. You have real knowledge of this Leela, this postgraduate Leela. You'll understand, oh, I see. The Lord is living in the body of that devotee. He may follow the rules strictly, but probably not, because you can't do it when you're a spontaneous devotee. You may try to make a bit of a show. You know how people make a show of devotional service and not being ecstatic devotees? Well, a devotee might make a show of following the rules and regulations, even though they can care a diddly squat about them, just to maybe make a show. And, like Lord Caitanya made a bit of a show. Look at me, I'm a sannyasi and all that. He was really not, but, he was making a show of it to bring people in. See? So Nityananda would make a show of just external devotional service. See, more of that kind of a show. And so, whether you make a show or don't make a show, if you're self realizing Krishna's living inside you and you have the symptoms, then whoever takes your association will be delivered. See? That's what you see the dog of Shivananda saying, look, if a dog can be delivered, this is nothing. You come here. If a dog will be delivered in our Sangha or Shivan's Sangha, what is it about a human being? You don't have to be smart. You don't have to be what they've taught you in the Narayan Raj group or all that. You have to be super devotee and have to do for many lifetimes to be delivered. No, you come here, even a dog who comes here and you're a human being, you're going to come here, you're going to be delivered. If a dog is delivered because the Lord was living inside Shivananda Sain, then you come here, you can see the symptoms of not even only the guru, but in his disciples, the Lord is living inside them. This is where you're going to see real no holding back, auspiciousness. I'm just here to tell you the truth and set a lot of people free. And even those who don't like, well, they all say the same thing. What did Krishna say? Fools deride me when I descend in my human form. Well, one of his human forms is the guru. He comes as the guru, and fools deride him. But does he stop preaching when he's here on a delivering mission? No. Jesus didn't stop preaching, and neither did his followers who got the Holy Spirit, and nor does Gaur Hari Das. No, we don't stop. That is part of the purification. That is part. Oh man, if you didn't, I would think there's something wrong. If I'm opening my mouth and just preaching anything that comes out of it, I would think there is something impotent here, something wrong with this preaching. If I didn't get 90% hecklers, give me 10%. That's okay. I just take the tax, 10% tax here on this preaching. Even 5%, I'll be happy with that. Because those come here and you listen to this and it touches your heart, man, boom, you're delivered, man. No more birth and death for you, and the Lord will show you by giving you spiritual experiences. Yeah, I know, I'm all, what do they call that? Arrogant or something, because I tell you the truth. But so what? I love it, man. I love that kind of power actually being here and finally told the truth and set a few people free. Look at that Janardhan. He's happy to hear this message. Look at that face, man. Now, where do you see that? That's the kind of, you got to just go. You may not agree with my preaching. It may be off the wall and everything, but just go where you see happy faces like that and you'll maybe get happy like them. Don't worry about me and what I say. Just look at these faces, Rivers and Govindas and all. Don't you want to be in a happy place with happy people? Come here. You may not understand this, but just look at their faces and hang out with them, their faces. And then you might get a smile like that. Yeah, anybody coming here, I don't care. You're being drugged out, man. Anything. If you just like what we do, you're going to get the same effect that happened back 550 years ago. You're going to feel increasingly ecstatic, increasingly attracted to Krishna's pastimes and name and devotees. Come and see if my words are lies or truth. Well, they're telling you, oh no, they would never say, they got to do this feign thing on their thrones. Oh, we would never go, Hari, look at him. He says basically he's guru. He just goes and just belts it out. But us, we will never say we're guru, even though I'm sitting on a throne. They're sitting on a throne and they're going, oh, Gurudev, deliver me. And they can't deliver. Oh, what is this? I'd rather be direct about it. You come here, you get delivered, and you do. That's honest, right? Right there, Janardhan? Not, well, I'm sitting on my throne. Well, actually, I'm not a Guru Dave. I will never say that. Look at Gaur Hari. He just claims people go to his sangha and they get delivered, and they do. But I will never say that. I'll just criticize that. Oh, how dare he say he's guru? Those who say they're guru are not guru. Yet those who say they're guru here deliver people. See, well, Prabhupada said you should never say you're a pure devotee. See, that's what they say. And, Hamsaduta told me, he said, once I heard, he said, so I would hear Prabhupada. Sometimes he would say, when a person would ask him, are you a pure devotee? And somebody said, oh, no, I'm just a fallen soul, just a really low class person. And then somebody would say sometimes, are you a pure devotee? He says, well, yeah. It's true, isn't it? If he doesn't know, why should you? If he's such an imbecile, or any other pure devotee is an imbecile, if they just get in the mood and said, actually, you come here, you'll be delivered. What does that mean? I don't have to say I'm a pure devotee. I just say, you come here, you'll be delivered because my Lord lives inside here. He's already proved it many times over and will continue to prove it. My Lord is all powerful. And if words come out here, I consider them his word. He says you're going to get delivered, you're going to get delivered. He says you're going to get Krishna, you're going to get Krishna, because people are getting it. He's the one proving the words to be true. Right? Isn't that logical? Now, is that a idea of false ego or just truth, man? If the Lord is working in somebody and they tell you the confidential truth, you follow that formula, you're going to get Krishna. You're going to be delivered. You're going to laugh and you'll be like Janardhan. Because of his faith, look at his chanting, man. This all because of faith, man. Took him a couple trial runs, but he's on the horse and he ain't getting off, is he? Why would you? It's too attractive, huh? Look at that face, man. Let's take some. I'm going to take a snap of that, man. I got a lot of his videos. That's the kind of devotee. You see, you have to become an example of that truth, a recipient of that mercy. Yeah, you're right. I'm proud of that mercy flowing through here. I think it's great. I get more and more happy every happy face I see, like Janardhan's. That's just how it is, you're so self-assured of yourself. You're right. You got to be.
Please charge the battery is low.
I've been charging my battery all morning, man. It ain't low. Yeah. The main point of this preaching is this is how it's done, man. Where the Lord is working, you go there. You get God. They're the door, the entrance into the kingdom. It's always been like that. What do you think Jesus' preaching was? I'm the door. He's the door, you know. The preaching is the door. It's open. Prabhupada opened it a crack. And on his order, we're opening it fully. Okay, come on in. Come in. If you don't come in, well, sorry, you just got the crack opened. It's like your ass got a little crack there. It's not wide open. That's good enough. You stay in the back. You want to come to the front, man, the door is really open, man. You open it up, you can go right into the kingdom of Krishna. Going into the kingdom is you are the kingdom. See, river chanting in ecstasy, your honor, you're the kingdom. You carry the kingdom in you, man. See, thy kingdom come. Oh, it's come already, Kingdom is coming, man. Literally, I'm telling you, all these words are about Krishna. The sex act is all about Krishna ultimately. Not that way. Spiritual sex act. It's sensual and it's transcendental, has nothing to do with material release of semen. Nothing. Nada. That is only procreation in this world. No, it's spiritual ecstasy that only the devotees are fortunate to know. It's great. Trumps everything. And still, you could be in a world, I don't care, you're a hetero, homo, I don't give a shit about that. Don't care at all. Just don't let it get in the way of your relationship with the girl. If you got a homosex partner or something and they go, don't go and go to Hari's class, get rid of them. Right? If you got a heterosex partner says, don't go to Hari's class, well, try to convert them first. And then if they really give you a hard time, well, move them aside a little bit. Tell them I need some distance until they get on board. That kind of thing. That's called Raganuga Bhakti. You just, whatever's in the way, you get rid of. You don't have to renounce it. They do this false renunciation thing. When you get Krishna, you got Krishna. And then you'll know what's in the way sometimes. And, maybe you got to live something out. Who knows? It doesn't matter. You got Krishna, man. You came to the right place. You're in 1,000 times better position than a person being a big guru with thousands of followers and lots of buildings and money they usurp from some other guru or something. 1,000 times better position, 1,000,000 times. Because you got what they don't have, and you have the real pearl of great price, man. You got what Jesus was talking about, my friends. Here, what Jesus is talking about, you have even 100 times more because Lord Caitanya came. You know what a pearl of great price is. You know what real wealth is. You think real wealth is Varnashram Dharma? Come on. That's something. It's like a guy who has a dollar bill compared to somebody who has $5 billion. See? Here, your wealth is increasing more and more and more forever. Never stops. You're on the freedom train, man. Everybody, you can get on this freedom train. This is, if it's open to a dog, I declare all pass null and void and invalid, simply because dogs get delivered here. Proof is Lord Chaitanya's dogs. Proof is all the dogs that come here and admit, I'm just a fool and a dog, man. I thought I had something great. But I look at these people. They have 1,000 times more bhakti than I do. Oh, that's all. Just admit you're a dog. We're all just a bunch of dogs here. We just got the mercy because we admit we're fools, we're dogs, we're rascals, we're nothing special, demons even. I was born in the demoniac thing, Doesn't matter. The Lord is here with us, right? That's the important thing. Yeah, Paul, if you just keep faith in this preaching, I don't care what your situation is. I think Paul may be gay or something. So what? or anybody else. I don't care. Gay, heterosexual, who cares? Just do things appropriately. That's all, you know. See, nobody preaches like this, even in Christianity or Vaishnavism. Well, some may, but not to this extent. You know, people they're oh well, you're a homo, you can't come and worship Krishna. Oh, you're or you can't worship Jesus Christ. No, what is this? Nothing to do with your material body. We'll have gay people come here, and if you're ecstatic, man, you're 1,000 times better than any heterosexual without this ecstasy. And if you're a heterosexual with this ecstasy, you're 1,000 times better than any homosexual without this ecstasy. You see how everything is turned around, turned on its upside down. Actually, everything is right side up here now. This is the ultimate truth preached here. Only because it is, and it can be, and it's manifest. When you see the face from Janardhan Das, you are straight away happy. Exactly. And whether you're a heterosexual or homosexual, don't be inappropriate. Don't do weird things. You know, doesn't matter. Because that, you know, could be a problem. Huh. Go ahead, River. You're reading.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You come in, start laughing.
Yeah. Okay. You have understood the truth about my dear most confidential associate. This has pleased me so much that I grant you this boon.
See, you can, and if you want to understand the truth, the confidential truth, and you don't understand it right off the bat, you have to hear it from somebody who understands the confidential truth. That's a line. And that confidential truth was the Lord was intimate associated with Lord Nityananda, regardless of his activities. That's why you can say, oh, I know Krishna and I know Radha and I know Krishna, I know Radha. And then you see a confidential associate say he's drinking milk like Nityananda from the breast of Malini. But that was okay because that was a spiritual thing. But nobody can imitate that actually. But something, like say they might do something that's not according to the rules and regulations of the Vaishnava, things like that. But the Lord is actually inside them, and you put precedence on that. See, that's what Shivananda saying or Srivas was doing. I put precedence that you are inside his body. Therefore, I'll be close to him regardless if he follows or don't follow. Okay? See, if you understand that, you can get over the obstacle. Otherwise, people put precedence on the externals. Oh, why should I believe in Gaur Hari Das here? That Krishna is inside him. He's not following the rules strictly and all that. Therefore, I won't believe in that. But look at the pleasure that Krishna gets, that you get, because you do believe that the Lord is inside this body working. You understand what Lord say, who's so happy. That's the Lord in your heart dancing, my friends. See, the Lord is showing you his pleasure. You're the ones. That's the witness program. You've recognized where the Lord is. Therefore, he's very happy and he shows his pleasure inside you. You have the pleasure of the Lord, which is this. Okay. That's why Lord Caitanya came here, to reveal these confidential truths. That's why we're here. That's why we're here preaching these confidential truths. Even more explained than that pastime. You see, this is the purport on that pastime that nobody can understand. You will get the Lord's pleasure if you listen to this explanation, because it'll show you the real path, man, the real understanding. the real knowledge, the what you really need to transcend this illusion forever. Otherwise, you see, they read that pastime, they don't understand it. I just told you, and you can look at it now, you look at the thing, yeah, that's what it means. Absolutely. It's a no-brainer now. And now that you understand, you'll never have a problem. You'll see may see a drunk person, and then Krishna's inside them, and you will look at that. You may see, the bottom line is the Lord will choose who he chooses, and you'll be able to recognize that. You probably wouldn't be a drunk guy, but you'll see that the Lord is in that person. I'm going to look at that. The Lord is accepting them. I accept them also. Otherwise, the Lord has to use a trick, and then you have to wait for somebody that's a more sannyas type, more sannyasi type. Then you have to wait. I don't know when. They may not find anybody in this whole lifetime that you might only have this sudra, this lower than a sudra, Gaur Das, of having such an opportunity. What are you going to do? You're going to give up this opportunity? Well, I'm going to wait 100 lifetimes before a sannyas, pure devotee, comes before me to give this opportunity. Well, that's not very smart. Back then, even back then, it was happening. They had sudras there who had the mercy of Lord Caitanya, and you had to. If you were a first class sannyasi, that was your only option. You had to go through the sudra, or otherwise you didn't get this love of God. That's the only one who came before you. And you had these big Brahmins would go. Oh, they started to, because they're preaching like this. And these big Brahmins would go, wow, the real mercy of Lord Caitanya is there. Well, fie on our Brahmanism, fie on our aristocratic, fie on being a big guru with a bunch of followers. Man, the mercy of Lord Caitanya is there big time. They started to take association and give respect to their preaching. And then they got the mercy of Lord Caitanya. The mercy of my Lord is very high. It's very impossible to get any other way but through those who he empowers, who manifest the real path of Chaitanya Lila. And you don't have to be anything special, but just get the special mercy, and then automatically special. What did Jesus say? Seek the kingdom of God, and all else is added. See? He didn't jump the gun. The devil said, oh, worship me and I'll give you a kingdom. Here, use brainwashing on people. Use mind control. That's what these demons are doing. They're trying to get the kingdom in some other way. They get there. You want slaves to worship you and do everything you say. See, they're following the devil's way, the Lucifer way. See, Jesus was tempted with that. You know what he said? No. I'm going through the Lord. I'm going by scripture and by what the Lord has shown me. Man doesn't live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. See, that's the scripture. See? And then when he passed through the desert, he got worship. He got attention. He got the Lord's attention. He got people's attention. The Lord used him to deliver people. See? Many people jumped the gun. See? That's what they did with Prabhupada. That's why you have a low-level teaching there in the ISKCONs and all that. See, low level, they jumped the gun. See, they're wannabes. They wanted to be teacher, want to be guru. They want to be worshipped. It's called name and fame. See? Yeah. That's not the path I followed. This all came naturally. I was just worshiping Krishna in ecstasy for a long time. I was satisfied with that. And then people started to come spontaneously, And then Prabhupada came and said, this has my full approval. You do more of this. You're doing exactly what I want you to do. And then Krishna came and said, because of your guru, my second disciple, I'm giving you my darshan. See? And now it goes on and on and on. You think that was just for her? No, that's for you. That's for anyone. Yeah. Do you really want the darshan, Lord? Do you have it enough? Yeah. Or have it at all? If you're a big guru or a big sannyasi without the darshan of the Lord, you follow that path, lifetimes. But you follow this path, this path is easy. You just come here, and here, serve the Lord through the mouth of the devotees. Serve this conception of the mercy of the Lord. All I'm doing is teaching the extraordinary mercy of the Lord Caitanya, and it manifests in you. Oh, isn't that a much easier path than this dry renunciation of sannyasis? That's not necessary now. You don't have to do a sannyas. You don't have to do a long course in rules and regulations to get here. Maybe you do because you're doing it. But if you don't have to, I mean, if you just come here and you listen to this preaching, it touches your heart, you're going to get spiritual experience. You're going to start choking up when you chant the holy name of the Lord. You're going to start crying. You're going to start relishing nectar that you've never experienced before. You're going to start thinking even being aware of awareness is like a lesser thing, because you get the higher thing. And you get that also automatically. You're awareness, not even thinking about, aware awareness, no problem. Before it was like, I got to strive to I got to strive to maintain this being aware of awareness type stuff, Here, you just don't even have to do it. The Lord allows you, he's aware, you're always going to be like that. It's like people, the control of the mind too. People say, I'm meditating because I got to control my mind. It's so hard. The monkey mind, even in Vaishnavas, the mind is always going here. It's like the wind and all this. I said, well, come here, man, follow this path. The Lord will control your mind. It'll be easy. Even Arjuna found it more hard to control the mind. But now, because of the mercy of Lord Caitanya, you come here, we preach it, we distribute it. Take that mercy and you'll never even think about controlling your mind. It won't even be an issue. All issues are turned into tissues of tear that you use for the tears coming down. No more issues, only lots of tissues, right? Is that true? Lots of tissues to blow your nose, to wipe the tears. What a life. Come on. Who wouldn't want such a path? Come on, man. Could you imagine? No more issues, only tissues. That means you got the Lord, man. He lives in you, with you, walks with you, cries through you, tastes life through you, the highest nectar through you, and you're good. Wow, that's what it's all about, Vrindavan. The happiness of the Lord. I just come here to make the Lord happy, and I'm fully happy and satisfied. Sorry, Maharaj, have to come. We'll listen to Facebook. Thanks. Brilliant. Yeah. See, coming off the machine. The real line of Coke. Yes, exactly. Yeah. This is the sugar without the downside of sugar. That's why they feed you the poison of sugar. Because you can't taste this sweetness. No problem. No problem. Ooh, look at that town. I like those small towns. Countryside. Okay, we're going to end it here. Thank you all for coming. If you missed any of this, watch the replay. I'll take a little break. And you guys can do your lives if you do. And then we'll be back. We got 24-hour kirtan going on here. Somebody's always giving a class. And if anybody is new here, I suggest that you watch the classes of my associates and my disciples, so that you can see that the real potency is here. It's it's good to know that. I mean, if this is, there's a lot of bold claims and things that just are rolling off the tongue here sometimes, maybe often. A lot of ecstasy, but to see it's real, you look at the witnesses, and so they're testifying, they're giving testimonies, and they should, everybody should give more, and save your brothers and sisters. They're waiting on you. Okay, Hare Krishna. You can watch River's morning live. I'm going to do it. So it's really amazing, Just and that will help people's faith. You watch the fruit. The fruit is your ecstatic devotion. A touchstone is not known to be a touchstone until you see it works. See, they accepted Lord Caitanya because by his association, people got ecstatic devotion. That should be the real criteria now. See, because if ecstatic devotion, and it is being manifest here, that means it's bona fide. This criteria should replace whatever else has been preached, checklists and all this. No, you should check it off this list now. Okay, thank you very much. Have a great day, everybody. We'll be back soon.